If you're looking for an Eventbrite WordPress plugin that lets you integrate your Eventbrite events with your WordPress site, I've got you covered. My name's Elijah from the PyCalendar team, and today I want to show you how the PyCalendar connector add-on allows you to display Eventbrite events on WordPress using our beautiful calendar widget. It even works with the free version of PyCalendar. So let's jump in and I'll show you exactly how WordPress and Eventbrite can work together. I'm sure you're thinking, Eventbrite, WordPress? Is this going to be complicated? And it's absolutely not. You don't need some dedicated Eventbrite WP plugin either. You can just use PyCalendar and its connector add-on. Here's how to do it. First, you'll want to run out to pycalendar.com and get the free version if you don't need all the pro features, which you can do by clicking the download free button. If you want to see what features Pro has in case you might need them, you can scroll down here on the features page to the pro features area. But everything I'm showing you today will work with the free version. So we'll hop over to there, put in your name and email address, and then download the plugin. You'll also want to go over to the Buy Now page and scroll down and click Eventbrite to get the connector add-on. We do have a lifetime deal running right now, so it's a really good value if you plan to use this on many projects. But if you just want to try it out, you can grab the $99 a year license, save a little bit of money at first, and then you can upgrade later. Once you have both of those plugin files, you need to go install them on your WordPress site, so I'll do that now. I'll add PyCalendar first and install, then activate, and then I'll add the connector add-on. Click upload, grab that file from my computer, and open. Let's install it and activate. Now we're going to need to do a couple of things to connect it up to Eventbrite, but it's all super easy. Let me show you under Settings, PyCalendar Connector, we have our Eventbrite options. So the first thing we need is our private token so that we can make an API connection with Eventbrite to pull all your events. So let's jump over to Eventbrite, and at the top right, we'll go to Account Settings. And then on the left side, you'll see developer links. We're going to need both of these, but we'll start with API keys. If you don't already have an API key, just click Create API Key. Enter all the required information. The application URL can just be your website URL where you plan to use this, and then the name of the website for the application name. And then once you've filled it all out, hit Create Key. That'll bring you back over here where you can expand your API key and grab your private token. So you want to copy that, and then over in the PyCalendar settings, go ahead and paste that in. You'll need to save it once, then select your organization, and then save again. And now you'll see all your other options. It'll automatically start pulling in your Eventbrite events right away, but you can manually synchronize if you want. Now the next thing we want to set up is a webhook. Webhooks are just a way for Eventbrite to tell PyCalendar that something has changed so that PyCalendar can reach out and grab the new version of an event that has been updated. So copy your endpoint URL right here, and then hop over to Eventbrite again, go to webhooks, click Add Webhook, drop in your payload URL that you just copied, keep this on all events, and then tick this box to activate all actions. Then click Add Webhook. Once you have a webhook created, you can actually do some stuff with it here on the Eventbrite side. Here's one where I was testing. You can look at the details area to see the actual webhook calls, and then you can send a test request to make sure it's working. Now we're actually done with the Eventbrite setup. It's all linked up and synchronizing. We just need to add our calendar somewhere. So we'll go over to Pages, and we'll just slap one on our sample page here. I'll get rid of all this content. Once you're on this page, or wherever you want to put your calendar, just type / and type Pi to add the PyCalendar block. Now you'll see there's no events right away. That's just because we haven't enabled Eventbrite as a source for this calendar. So we'll close the calendar settings, open up event sources. We'll turn off native because we don't have any events on our site right now, and we'll tick Eventbrite. Let's go ahead and save that, and let's jump up to the front end. As you can see, I now have my Eventbrite events. If I click on one, I can see View on Eventbrite. Let's go back and make a couple of tweaks to this. First, I think I want to use a different view. So we'll choose List Upcoming, and this is going to show all the events happening in the next month. Everything else looks good, so I'll go ahead and save, and we'll jump up to the front end again. And now we have this nice list. If we click it, we're going to see the details of each event, and we can click to view the event on Eventbrite. So that's exactly how to integrate Eventbrite with your WordPress site using the PyCalendar connector add-on in the free version of PyCalendar. But there are a couple of cool things you get with the Pro version that you don't get with free. So for instance, we have a nicer view on the Pro version that will actually show the images from the events on Eventbrite. So let's go ahead and swap over to Pro. I'm going to go over to Plugins, and I'm going to go ahead and install the Pro version. We can just drop it in right over top the free version so we don't have to uninstall the free version. We'll click Open and Install Now. and we'll replace current with uploaded. Now we're on the pro version of PyCalendar. Let's go back to our sample page, and we'll use that list with image view here. Month, list with image. We also have a couple of other pro settings. For instance, show featured image. If we want to show it in the popover, that's a nice feature. We can filter by taxonomy, we can disable adaptive time zone, and we can hide past events. But I think I'm happy with this view. Now let's refresh up here, and that looks much nicer. Now if we click them, we get the same popover and we can view on Eventbrite. But let's go back and turn on the featured images so that that image shows in the popover as well. Now we'll pop over here and click. And now we get this nice popover with the featured image. We can also let people add this to their calendar if we want. Let's go back over here to the admin panel and go to settings, PyCalendar, and let's turn on Google and Apple for our add to calendar links and save our changes. Now if we refresh and click this event, we'll now have the option to add this event to our Apple or Google Calendar. But as I said, to just display Eventbrite events on your WordPress site, you don't need the pro version of PyCalendar at all. The free version works just fine with the connector add-on. This is Elijah from the PyCalendar team, and if you want to learn more about PyCalendar, visit pycalendar.com.